We'll go ahead and get started. First one from me. Coco, a tough one out there today. Just give us your overall thoughts on the match and how Elina played today.
Yeah, she played really well. And unfortunately, usually when people raise their level, I'm able to raise mine. And today I didn't do that. So I have to figure out how not to do that again.
Thank you. Questions, if you could raise your hand, please. Right here, David.
Hi there, Coco.
Hi.
As you said, she played very well today, but this wasn't your best day. When did you realise it's not happening for me at the moment? And I imagine there's a process of trying to make it happen, but was it clear to you that it wasn't quite there today?
Yeah, I mean, mid-second set, I feel like sometimes you lose a set 6-1, it's like, okay, whatever, reset, and then 3-0. I mean, I was glad to get that game, and I don't know, I just felt like all the things I do well, I just wasn't doing well today. The backhand wasn't firing, forehand wasn't really firing, returns. There was just a lot that didn't go well today, and I credit it to her because she forced me to play like that. It's not like I just woke up and yeah, today was a bad day, but bad days are often caused by your opponents. So she did well, and yeah, usually I'm able to kind of scrap out at least to make the scoreline tighter, and then you never know, nerves can come up on her, something like that. And today I just wasn't able to do that.
Go ahead.
You could see the frustration from you out on the court when you don't have your best stuff. What are you going through mentally and emotionally?
I mean, honestly, the first set, after that, I was still optimistic. I played 2-3 setters already this week, so yeah, I just felt like, okay, obviously you want to win the first set when you're in a quarterfinal in general, but I mean, I couldn't change that, so I felt like emotionally, I think I was just frustration, and it showed, and I tried my best to be positive, but I just felt like nothing for me at the moment was working. And yeah, that's a bit frustrating when you're out there and you feel like your strengths aren't really doing their thing.
Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Coco, sorry about this. Seemed like you made you made some sort of miscalculation, or your team did, with the strings and sent some rackets off. I was sort of curious what happened there, and then also when you were going through that frustration, what is your box telling you? What are those interchanges like in terms of what you're asking and what you're getting?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a miscalculation. I was playing with the tension that I normally use, and obviously today was a bit weird trying to figure out how I want it to be strong, because I found out the roof would be closed a little bit later, so I figured it would be close, but you just don't know. I hadn't played with the roof closed, so I didn't know. I felt like the ball was slower. Obviously, I've been playing mainly day and with the roof open in hot conditions, so I felt I needed to go lower, but it wasn't a miscalculation. I don't think that's the reason why I lost today. I'm not picky with the rackets. It was just something that, okay, I'm not feeling great. What can I change that's in my control? And the tension is one of those things that I just thought that maybe I can change it and it would help. But yeah, I don't think that was a reason as to why I was playing like today.
And then just what were you asking to your box?
I was just asking, am I playing wrong? Yeah, just asking for advice. And I mean, yeah, obviously she was playing well and I wasn't, so they were just telling me to go for bigger targets, hit through the middle. But I don't know, I just felt like hitting through the middle against her wasn't working because she was hitting winners. So yeah, it was just an awkward day, I think.
Too many.
Bad luck.
Thanks.
After the match, there was a video of you breaking your racket off the court. It happens, but I'm curious, have you done that before? And how much did you need?
Yeah, I tried to go somewhere where there's no cameras. Yeah, I kind of feel like I have a thing with the broadcast. I feel like certain moments, the same thing happened to Irina after I played her in final U.S. Open. I feel like they don't need to broadcast. I tried to go somewhere where I thought there wasn't a camera because I don't necessarily like breaking rackets, but I lost 1 and 2. I broke 1 racket on quarters, I think, or round of 16 of French Open, I think, and I said I would never do it again on court because I don't feel like that's a good representation. But yeah, I tried to go somewhere where they wouldn't broadcast it, but obviously they did. So yeah, maybe some conversations we can be had, because I feel like at this tournament, the only private place we have is the locker room.
All right, a few more. Question in the very back. Yep.
given what you just said, is there part of you that just thinks it's healthy to just smash that racket and just get that loss over and done with? Does it help you move on?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, I know myself, and I don't want to lash out on my team. They're good people. They don't deserve that. And I know I'm emotional. So, yeah, I just took the minute to go and do that. And, yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I said, I don't try to do it on court in front of kids and things like that. But I do know I need to let out that emotion. Otherwise, I'm just going to be snappy with the people around me, and I don't want to do that because, like I said, they don't deserve it. They did their best. I did mine. Just need to let the frustration out.
All right, last 2 questions here and here.
Coco, obviously not your best day, and she was sort of growing with confidence as the match went on and taking bigger swipes at the ball. And is this a day that you kind of erased from the hard drive, or is it something that you analyze? And can you just assess your level, like, for the whole tournament?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that question right now. I mean, right immediately after I was analyzing, just looking at the stats, 70% of first serves and 40% of that one. So that's something I think that cannot happen for me in the future. But obviously, yeah, it's one of those days I'm not going to think about this like the next time I play a match, but also I need to, I guess, learn from the experience on the mental standpoint of when things are going wrong, how to better respond to that. I felt like my match also at United Cup was very similar, where it was not a good day for me and I didn't figure it out. I got lucky to scrap that second set out. So I just need to figure out the key, maybe 3 things that I need to just focus on when I feel like I'm not feeling my best, because it will happen again. I mean, it's 2 weeks possible. And some players play well 2 weeks for the whole time, but there was many matches watching Serena play that she would play bad and be able to scrap those out and win the title. So I just need to figure out how to get through those bad days.
Last question.
Coco, obviously, like looking at your tournament, obviously, you know, today is probably like one day that you probably want to get out of the way, but like looking at the tournament, like, you know, looking at your other 3 or 4 matches that you had, like, you know, sort of found that your serve was sort of like a step in the right direction in terms of working that through, and, you know, obviously you won some matches, you know, with your serve and being able to serve it out. How much confidence does that sort of give you with, obviously it's an area that you've sort of been working on over the last sort of 6 months, like how much confidence does that give you, like this whole tournament, being able to do that, you know, more often than not?
Yeah, I think it is a step in the right direction. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely positives I can take, especially in my last match against Carolina. I feel like that moment was definitely a game I would usually throw in some doubles. So there are positives to take. Is my serve where I want it to be? No, like I definitely serve well in some matches, but I felt like today it's one of those shots that I would like to be the shot to get me out of trouble. But yeah, I definitely can look back at this tournament and say that it has improved, and I hope that the trend can continue upward. I definitely feel like we're working on the right things. The focus was making the second more reliable, which it definitely is more reliable. But obviously I want to just continue that and then make the first serve a bit more aggressive, which I did use it in moments in my previous matches, but I think more on a consistent basis.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.